Game on, motherfuckers. This is AO Storm, and it's time for another Etiquette For Aholes podcast, and we are talking a-holes. That's what we do every day. We talk about the crap that drives us crazy. You share some of mine, I share some of yours. We all feel a little bit better. If you're interested, you can go check out the books on Amazon, Etiquette For Aholes. They're there. Grab one. They're cheap. Sometimes they're free. Give them a read, kill some time, everybody wins. That's it. No ads, no sponsors, just you and I venting, finding things to talk about, you know. Be an outlet, get things off your chest. One way to do that is through Twitter, hashtag Ahole, or at E4A Holes, letter E, number 4, Aholes. Or you can just send out a tweet with that hashtag Ahole. I like to peruse those sometimes. They're not even directed at me, just it's a hashtag that's out there. And, see what you guys are complaining about. Like, saw one yesterday, a couple days ago, by MB Grain Farmer, who tweeted a picture, which I love when you guys tweet pictures, because that's how you shame people. He didn't catch somebody in this, but pictures are great for shaming horrible people and really painting a picture. Obviously, it's a picture. But, someone littered on his property, just threw garbage on his property. And, oh man, it makes your yard look like shit when you didn't do it, but what a filthy thing. Are litter bugs, are they worse than smokers at this point? People just willing to throw their crap on the ground, like, what a miserable human being. That person, I guarantee you, life's not going great for the piece of shit that decides to just throw garbage on the ground. So shame those people. You see them doing it, if it's a friend of yours or somebody, call them out when you see them throw it down. Say, hey, pick that up. You know? Make these people feel bad. Take a picture. Say, oh, I'm just taking a picture so I can tell everyone what an a-hole you are. Like, God, litter bugs are miserable. And MB Grain Farmer, thanks for hashtagging it a-hole, because you are right. Whoever threw that crap in your yard is absolutely an a-hole. So do that, hashtag a-hole, and we'll talk about other things. But today, we're in the bigger picture, different kind of a-hole, getting off the litter bug and talking about something that is pervasive and universal, and it ain't going away, and it's always been around. It's not just people, it's animals. It's bullying. God, what a miserable thing. What a horrible way to treat other human beings, to bully them, to take, to dig in on their insecurities, zero in on that, and really attack them, or or it can be taking your advantage and your own personal strengths and then lording that over somebody about how they're inferior. Like, God, it's a devastating thing to do to people, and it's, kids kill themselves. Kids kill themselves because kids are so awful to each other. And when you're a kid with raging hormones and you feel like everything is the biggest thing in the world, that stuff sticks, man, and that cuts deep, and you can feel like you're on an island, and that's why this is so miserable, because, we're living till 80, 90 years old, God willing, and crap that people do to you when you're 12, 14, can impact the person and the life you're going to have for the next 70 years, 80 years. You're going to carry that baggage for forever. You're going to change as a human being. Sometimes for the better. Sometimes it's a motivator. Sometimes it ruins you. God, think of that power. Think of how impactful something like bullying is. And that's why it's everywhere. And it's all, it's always going to be anywhere. The sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You know who came up with that? Somebody that was really hurt by words and was trying to find a way through it, that somebody didn't say that after they got whacked in the arm with a stick and had a broken humerus. They didn't go, shit, that stick really broke my bone, but words, I'm not worried about words, I'm worried about sticks. No, he said that after somebody said that they casually looked fat. And they went home and looked in the mirror, turned sideways, and went, God, I do look fat. This sucks. I am fat, So we've been saying that for a while. It's never been true. It will never be true. But in the past, in the pre-internet age, this is not groundbreaking stuff, but bullies, whatever, they existed in the cliche of the one at school and the bully in the schoolyard and stuff, and that was all you had to cope with. But now, bullies are 24/7, man, and they lurk in every corner of your life. Social media, obviously, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, Tumblr, wherever you are sharing yourself with the rest of the world, someone else is going to see that and see an opportunity to make you feel like shit. Video games, man, that's fun. You can isolate yourself and just play video games. Well, yeah, unless you want to play online, and then you can go into a chat room and get threatened or called worthless. So you can't hide there unless you want to play by yourself. School, obviously. Sports, obviously. Anytime you're interacting with people, which is now 24/7, there's a chance for people to be a-holes. And you know what? You know what the takeaway is? People are a-holes. Bullies exist everywhere. They're always going to exist. But it's created... Bullying is such a nuanced thing that really does impact people differently, depending on who they are, that it's really hard... it's... bullying is like, what are you supposed to say about pornography? You know it when you see it. The difference between art and pornography is you know it when you see it. Bullying, something to somebody that is minuscule could be devastating to somebody else. So, the really egregious stuff, the really obvious stuff, that's the pornography analogy. You know it when you see it. The just shaming of somebody and leaving horrible messages and things like that, that's obvious. Physically assaulting somebody, that stuff's obvious. The minor stuff, that's the weird gray area to where, what do you do? What's the plan? How do you handle that? I mean, kids on a baseball team, or, whatever, baseball team, softball team, basketball team, giving somebody crap because they're a bad free throw shooter. Is that bullying? No, probably not. But the kid could take it as bullying, and then it could get trumped up into something, but maybe the kid's a bad free throw shooter. And they're talking crap. That's fine. Is that fine? I would like to live in a world where that's fine. It's supposed to make the kid be a better free throw shooter. Or maybe it's supposed to make the kid realize they're not good at basketball. And they're not a good free throw shooter. Like, maybe it'll open their eyes. Maybe they thought they were good and they're not good. Bullying is still a level of social interaction that's necessary to be successful. So, where do we draw the line? Because prohibition, trying to get rid of it, first of all, is impossible. Second of all, is a way of life. I mean, these things are character builders. They are milestones. They do matter, and they're a part of people's development. How you respond to people saying things that you don't like or treating you badly, how do you respond? You need to know that about yourself. And not only that, coddling and protecting people and insulating them only makes it more dangerous when they get outside of that bubble. Maybe it's your kid and you homeschool them, or maybe you always step in and aggressively protect them to shield them from that stuff. But what happens when they go to work and you're not around to do that for them? Or they go to college and go, wow, this is not the world that I know. And you're throwing them into a pool they didn't learn how to swim. And now it's really dangerous. Because they're not learning as children how to react and deal with this stuff. So that's not good either. Prohibition, no. Overly coddling, no. I mean, what do you do? I mean, really, it's got to be something that's twofold. I mean, I think we all agree, even people that ironically probably bully people and maybe they don't realize it, agree that something needs to be done about bullying. So it's kind of a twofold deal. Like, first of all, people that are pieces of shit need to be publicly shamed, much like the litter bug, MB Grain Farmer's litter bug. Shame these people that do egregious, that are just bad people. I mean, Hollywood wants to play it up like, oh, come on, bullies will get their comeuppance. That's generally not the case. Bullies end up being quite successful. It's possible, because that can get you far. And so we need to shine a light on the stuff that we shouldn't tolerate as a society. and really make it clear when somebody does something that's over the line, you call them on it. And you let people know, and let them know that it's not okay, so that they think twice before they do it again. But on the flip side of that coin, you need to teach your kids early and often in the same way you teach them anything, how to deal with somebody that is treating them in a way that they don't like, so that they don't implode and it doesn't blow apart their world. You need to give the kids the tool, like throwing them in the pool and they don't know how to swim, whatever it is. Your job is to give people the tools to handle this so that it doesn't become a giant problem. Whether it's you teach them to find a way to have a thicker skin, let it roll off their back, give them self-confidence, teach them to have an outlet. So when that person says that shitty thing to you, you go home and you hit a heavy bag. You go for a run. You sit, you play video games for an hour. You paint. I don't know. You sing. Shoot a gun. Whatever. Find an outlet to release the stuff and let that stuff go, Teach them that. Let them know it's okay to talk about it. Let them know they're not alone. Let people know that's what this A-Hole podcast is. No one's alone. The social media is good also. You're not alone out there. Whatever's going on, there is somebody that you can bring it up to that has had the same experience. Let people know that there's an outlet to get away from this negativeness. Teach people to have hobbies, and when it comes down to it, beyond that, if nothing else, fuck it, teach them how to fight. Teach them how to shut that person up physically. I mean, that's Hollywood wants to play that up to. Oh, you just hit a bully in the mouth. That might work, but the bully might also come from a shitty background, and he might hit you in the mouth even harder. And now not only are you hurt inside, you're hurt outside. So let's not just assume that the Marty McFly Punch and Biff school is accurate. So teach them how to fight. The point is, teach them something. Know as a human being who you're dealing. This is really a parental angle I'm coming from, but know your child and know what they need for help. Know what they're encountering and try to do your best to give them the tools to handle it. Because bullies are always going to exist, no matter what. Friends, Mean Girls, the movie Mean Girls, like whether it's work, friendships, sports, school, bullies are there. And to successfully overcome this, we're never going to get rid of the problem. You're not going to be able to protect people forever. So give people the tools to take the power away from the bullies. That's the plan. And stop littering, you pieces of shit. Because next time, MB Grain Farmer is going to be waiting for you. And you're not going to be so lucky. Or you're going to leave a receipt. Whatever it is. That's it for today. Stop bullying people, a-holes. And this is AO Storm reminding you to be a good person.